next we have Kickdrum Brewery coming up, and Aaron Godwin. Where are you, Aaron? Hey, there you are. All right. Aaron, you got 3 minutes to talk about Kickdrum.
Cool. So, hey, Aaron Godwin. For anyone who doesn't know, Kickdrum actually refers to the bass drum on a drum set. I've been a drummer my whole life. Coming from biopharmaceuticals my whole career, I always sadly looked in a triple-gowned outfit at the same equipment that brewers use when they're in t-shirt and shorts and a happy smile, and I'm frowning thinking about performance reviews. So I wanted to make a change. The whole idea is focusing on San Diego-style IPAs, historical Belgian brews, and barrel-aged lagers. The whole idea, though, is being a fully automated facility that everything is on your iPhone and your iPad. And if there's ever a problem with the brewery, you can see it immediately. And the way that we would be different in San Diego is that everyone will be a hybrid brewery incubator. So the public can come in and brew their beer, and they can show off to their friends and say, hey, look, here's my beer. Here's the exact temperature. And they can also see our tap room and see exactly what we have on tap and how much level is left. So with the software, it's a SCADA system that you can completely see all of the data, exactly what's going on, and change everything just from your bedside instead of having to come into the facility and come in the middle of the night. And so thinking about the facility, I've already thought about how much staff I need, and really I'm just going to run a little short and talk to you guys, and I really just wanted to apologize because for your brew knowledge, I understand this is not a very good beer. I've done better. It is unfiltered, dry hopped, but I don't apologize in the fact that this is just my idea, and this is where I want to go. This is just my starting point, and that's where I'm going to go from here.
Awesome. Thank you. Aaron, round of applause for Aaron.
That was nerve-wracking.
So definitely still, in the planning stages. Certainly a lot of ideas percolating. It seems ways to incorporate software. Yet another participant here that's playing off of music. We've seen a lot of those in the past. Oddly enough, always in like the pharmaceutical realm somehow. So that there's something with drugs or so. There's a joke there to be had. But what do you guys make of the beer, and what do you make of the idea and where it can go? We'll start with Carmen.
So I'll let the brewers comment on the beer, but what I would say is that I think that you have a really solid idea. It was interesting that the last Startup Brewery Challenge winners also sort of relied a little bit on software. And after they had won the competition and spent some time with us in Portland, we teased that out a little bit and said, why don't you let the beer and the story speak for itself? So maybe don't rely so heavily on some of the cool tricks that you can play with technology, though they could be really cool tricks.
Cool. I was completely nervous. You could probably hear my voice shaking, and I thought I would totally rock it, which I didn't. But I was totally selling this last night at Mission. But so the idea was that I'm an automation engineer. I'm a data dork, and so I'm sick of going to these breweries, and I still see clipboards on fermenters, and I just can't handle it. I want to get rid of every clipboard in all of San Diego, and just this is the craft beer mecca. I'm sorry, everyone that has a clipboard. And Office Depot, I'm sorry, everybody.
Out of my cold dead hair.
Look at that, right? You don't have to have it. It can be in your pocket, trended daily, and automated. It is possible, and San Diego is a craft brew mecca, and they're changing the world, but I want to change San Diego.
Right on.
All right. So, Ben, is the beer good enough to change San Diego?
Well, IPA, is that what we're...
Oh, sorry, Drumroll IPA is the name
Drumroll
of the beer.
IPA, yeah. And yeah, again, don't worry about it. You're a drummer, you're not a lead singer, so the oratory aspect, yeah. No, beer's nice. Good hop forward. It seems the there's been this trend more recently to get unfiltered beers out in the market for whatever reason. They're not shelf stable. I frankly hate it, but the consumer thinks it's cooler to have a little more of a murky look to it. But yeah, no, clean beer. Where did you make it, or where was?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Solid.
Thank you very much.
And Tom and Tommy, you guys are in this market every single day. Certainly very competitive here in San Diego. What are his chances?
Well, my one question is, the concept of the brewery incubator, are you going to be Kickdrum Brewing Company that also allows other beers, or are you going to be a brewery that allows just about anybody to drink and also makes Kickdrum beers?
Yeah, so
What's like the primary concept?
So the primary concept was with the production runs, in between production runs, then the public can come in and brew theirs as well. So it's like
it's just a 50-50. It's not necessarily one concept over the other.
Yep, that's a great question. Yeah. Okay. That's what I got to work out. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So certainly an interesting hybrid model of production and brew your own. Seen a couple of those here and there, but pretty sparse. Michael, final word?
Yeah, I've seen that concept work for other people. I've never seen them put the public-facing brewing option ahead of the brewery itself. That would be new. I will say that the way you responded to the question of software, and you just pitched your heart out and said, I want to change San Diego forever, as polarizing as that was to probably most of the people in the room, I thought that was the better pitch. It at least gave me a sense of what you're about and why you want to do it.
I've practiced that for 6 months and didn't do that right now.
I mean, you practically screamed it, which is helpful. The way you presented it as if it was almost a foregone conclusion that this should exist, but you gave no sort of credence as to how polarizing that might be or how big of an idea that was. So I would stick with the emotional, like where you're coming from, like screw all this paper. Other people are not going to like that, but that's going to give you a place.
Absolutely, and it totally was what I was going to do before I got up in the lights.
And maybe that'll open the door to a software opportunity as well.
It's my very first time out, so
All right.
I can only get better from here.
Awesome, thank you. Take that from you. Cheers.